Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Today is our last episode of Yarn Fairy Friday, for now at least. And so we're having a Yarn Fairy bash. We're going to have a little fun today and celebrate the massive success that Yarn Fairy Friday has been. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you enjoy your time here, and I will tell you a little bit about what Yarn Fairy Friday is here in just a moment. If this is not your first time here, welcome back, my Nova Gnomies. I am so glad that you decided to join us today. So today I've got in my mug, can you guess? It has to do with cinnamon. So I've got cinnamon, cinnamon roll by Cinnabon creamer, and then, or no, cinnamon, I've got cinnamon roll, Cinnabon K-cup, which is my coffee, and cinnamon vanilla cinnamon. I don't remember what order those words are in. Creamer. And you can tell that I need to drink some. I like to not have my first sip until I get on. Like, I get everything gathered. I plug in my little coffee cup warmer, mug warmer. I make my coffee. I get it on there. I get like all situated, start my video. And then I get that first drink when I start the video. And I'm like, So let me know down below what is in your mug this morning. And since today was our last Yarn Fairy Friday, you can't really see it because of the angle of my camera, but I've got my little pixie dust necklace on. So this is filled with like a yellow sparkly dust, and then it's got a little fairy like hugging it. It's like a little vial of pixie dust. So I'm being a little festive, but you can't see it. Just know it's there. And it's not really related to Yarn Fairy Friday, but I just felt like it. I'm wearing my unicorn, I don't know what you'd call this. Headband? Sweater? Ear warmer? I'm not sure. I'm just going to call it a headband. But it's got sparkly ears and a sparkly horn and little eyelashes. And I haven't worn it in quite a while because it's been too hot. But now that it is fall, I'm wearing it. So, if you don't know what Yarn Fairy Fridays are, in the description box, just so you know, there will be some links that will fill you in a little bit more about what Yarn Fairy Fridays are, or if you want to see what we've done in the past, what types of amigurumis people have made, or what types of amigurumis I have made. All of that type of stuff you can find in my Yarn Fairy Friday playlist that's in the description. You can find Crystal at Chronically Crocheting, who is the person we're making the amigurumis for, also in the description. And you can find the address to send them to, which is Crystal's, it's also in the description. So that's going to be your hotspot for information. I also do have a little bank of amigurumi patterns that we've just kind of been compiling as we go during Yarn Fairy Fridays, and that will be in the description as well. So, Yarn Fairy Friday is basically, the idea was 2 months ago, we decided to start doing this Yarn Fairy Friday thing because Crystal at Chronically Crocheting had this dream of going as a yarn fairy for Halloween and being able to hand out little amigurumi, you know, magic bippity boppity boo, little amigurumi for the kids. And to do that, she would need a metric ton of little amigurumi. So it wasn't a plan, it was a dream. And it was like, yeah, you know I can't do this, but man, wouldn't that be nice? And Mama Kayla was like, what if you did though? Like, wouldn't it be cool if you did? So she was like, okay, I'm gonna make a video about this too. And she was like, hey guys, let's do this. Let's make this happen. And I was like, yes. And a bunch of people were like, yes. And so I was like, Yarn Fairy Fridays, boom. And that's how Yarn Fairy Fridays were born. So basically the idea behind it was, I was like, if people make one amigurumi a week for the next 2 months, that's 8 amigurumis. So I was like, if we get this like going and it's like a community thing and we're all having fun with it, I'll like make my things and show them, and I can feature your guys' things that you send me pictures of that you're making for it, and we'll just have it be like a big like fun thing for the community. And then also Crystal's going to get all of these amigurumis to make her dream come true. So it was like fun and also doing something awesome, which that's like the best of both worlds. So, from there, that's just kind of what happened, and it kind of snowballed, and a lot of us have been making more than one amigurumi a week, and some of us can't make any, and some of us don't have a way of sending them in or things like that, and that is totally fine. Being here and being you and being supportive and awesome is more than enough, and you do not have to contribute any type of physical items ever to anything on this channel, and I'm sure Crystal would agree as well. We are just happy that you're here and spreading positivity and being awesome and enjoying the content. So if you did get to participate though, and you sent pictures to my email, those will be in the video. I put them in at the end. I put little music up. I do a little montage, and put the names of the people who made them. And if there's any little blurbs or anything, those will be up as well. So unfortunately, if you decided to join today for your first time, you won't be able to get into the little montage and send me pictures. Well, you can still send me pictures if you'd like, if you decide to whip anything up and send it, because this is the last day for the Yarn Fairy Friday videos. And the reason for that is Crystal is going to be flying to visit her family, and that's when she's going to be there for this trunk or treat that she's planning on doing and everything. And she leaves on the 18th of October. So we wanted to say, okay, let's try to get these in the mail by October 1st, just so that we know they're going to be there. That gives, like 18 days, or probably like, let's say 17, because she's leaving on the 18th, for them to get there and for her to be able to throw them in her suitcase. So that is what Yarn Fairy Fridays are. And like I said, if you want any more details or want to watch the old ones, there is a Yarn Fairy Friday playlist in the description box. So you may be wondering, what was I talking about when I was saying that this is it for now? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've been really, really enjoying these, and I don't want the fun to end. I think that us doing something for somebody else as a community and having fun with it, and like making it into like a fun thing that we do regularly is just like, I think it's a good thing. I don't think that it's like something that I want to give up. And I know that a lot of you guys echoed that same sentiment, and you suggested that why don't we like find different charitable, I don't want to say organizations, but like charitable reasons to keep doing things like this. And actually somebody yesterday said, well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What if we did something for breast cancer awareness? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm going to be kind of racking my brain a little bit and seeing what we could do for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But for sure in the future, we're definitely going to be doing some more Yarn Fairy Friday journeys. And I think we may even just still call them Yarn Fairy Fridays, because I just think it's so fun. It has such a fun ring to it. And we could be like, Yarn Fairy Fridays, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and things like that. So that's kind of like an idea still. So let me know what you guys think about that. And I know that Rose likes crochet. She does, she collects like stuff like for Wings, which is a domestic violence like shelter. And they do like amigurumis and different stuff. They have like different months that they have specific things for. So I was also thinking, like, when they put up the like monthly breakdown of what they want for next year, we could make it a goal to like work on, like, say, because I remember this year, earlier in the year, there was a month where it was amigurumi. So if we wanted to do amigurumis again, we could be like, okay, March is going to be amigurumis. Well, we don't have to only make them in March. We can prepare for like as long as we want. So we could do something like this where like every week we show like, okay, what are you guys making? Oh, this is what I'm making. We can get ideas from each other and share our patterns and things like that. So, and then we could all send them in when March hit, you know, and like, you know, send your little box or your little, what are they called? Like the little shipping bags. We could all send them in at the same time. So yeah, that's like just some ideas, just kind of spitballing. And I think that that sounds like a lot of fun. So, all right. And into the little amigurumi goodness. So, I made a couple of things this week and I've got them sitting in front of me. I'll start with my like Frankenstein creation. So this week I made another little flat person, another little flat Stanley kind of thing, as I was calling it last week. And this one is like a little pink bear, and it's got googly eyes. It's hard to like show you that they Google. Oh, there you go. So it's like a little bear, and then it has a little heart-shaped angel wings on the back. And its head is a sparkly pink or sparkly white yarn. And then it's got like a pink body, a fuzzy pink belly, and pink googly eyes. Oh, and this blanket yarn for the wings is also sparkly. So that is my like little Frankenstein-y type of creation, which I call them that, and they're just things that are very random, and I just kind of hodgepodge them together and have a lot of fun with it, and they're not like conventional normal amigurumis. So that is why I call them that if this is your first time here. And you didn't see, it kind of all started when I made a Franken cat a few weeks ago. And then every week I've just kind of been making some kind of a Franken creation or multiple Franken creations and having fun with it. So the other thing I made was a couple more spiders. So spider warning, if you don't want to see little amigurumi spiders, close your eyes for a second. I made a big one by double stranding some yarn together, and then I made a little purple one, and these have glow in the dark eyes, which, by the way, if you watched one of my other videos the other day, I kept talking about how I think that these were glow in the dark eyes because they had like some that had like a yellowish tinge to them, which doesn't really come through on the video very well, but these ones, like compared to the other ones in real life, you can really tell they have a yellowish tinge. And I was like, it doesn't say that they're glow in the dark, but I think they are. I did confirm that they are glow in the dark. I went in the bathroom and turned off the light and shut the door so it could be pitch black, and this eye glowed. I think it's glowed. So got a couple more of these, and then this time, instead of doing like spider, you know, like setup for their eyes with like the 4 eyes, I did like little cyclopses, and they kind of look like little monsters. So they're like little cyclops spideys. And so I've got 2 of those. Spider warning is down. If you are an arachnophobe, you may open your eyes now. And then I have one more thing, and I'm actually going to bring you guys down to desk level to finish this little thing off. But I will go ahead and show you what it looks like right now. But I am making a little Frankenberry candy. And I want to put some like little Frankenstein stitches on its face. And so I thought I would bring you guys down to desk level or creation level or whatever you want to call it. And you guys could stitch along with me a few little Frankenstein-y little sewing stitches on it. But this is my last Yarn Fairy Friday make. So at this point, I'm going to be sending off my bag of goodies to Crystal, and it is going to be full at this point, I'm pretty sure. I wanted to go out with a little bit of a bang, so I had 4 items, and this one's like a little bit bigger. I try to usually keep them a little bit smaller, but I was like, you know what? I think this is a good size still too. So I'm really happy with it, and I had so much fun with these, you guys. So let's go down to desk level. Let's throw some stitches on Frankenstein on Frankenberry candy. And then I will put you guys over to the montage of all of your supportive contributions. I don't know how many there are. I haven't checked my email to grab those out for editing. So after I make my video, I will go in there and grab out any that have been sent to me. But keep in mind that this is the tail end of it, and a lot of people have already sent them off. So I don't know how many there are going to be, but thank you guys so much for participating in this and for having fun with it. Even if you didn't get to send in an amigurumi, if, you know, amigurumi is not your thing, you can't crochet that small, or you don't like to crochet amigurumi, or you just can't. If you weren't able to get to a post office, so you wouldn't be able to send them, that is okay. Like, do not feel bad. Please do not feel bad. I am super happy and proud of everybody that was able to contribute, but I'm also like super happy for everyone else that's here. You guys are all awesome, and I don't want anybody to feel bad, so please don't feel bad. So let's go down and let us stitch some little stitches onto Frankenberry candy. Alrighty guys, so I've got some purple yarn here, and I just put it on my darning needle, and I just thought we would come in and we would give this guy some little stitches on his face. So I'm thinking like a little above the eyebrow stitch, and maybe like a little under the eye stitch, you know, just kind of Frankenstein-y looking stitches. So I'm just gonna insert from further away and kind of pop up over here somewhere. And pull my yarn. Leave myself a little bit of a tail, but... And then I think about that length will be good. Then I'm just gonna pop out at a different spot. So I'm thinking that that will be like the length for our stitch. And then I'm just gonna go back in through the same spot so that it doesn't stay down here. And then I'm just gonna pop up back up here to put some little like intersecting lines, just some like little crisscrosses. So I'm going to put one right here. Go ahead and pop myself right back up over here because I'm going to put another one right there. Got a little bit of polyfill. Making sure I pull those nice and tight. And then I'm going to go ahead and go over here. Oops. Want to make sure I pop out between the stitches and not in like in the fibers of the stitches, because then it won't be as easy for me to you know, go back in and remove that. So there is a little Frankenstein-y stitch, and I think we'll go below this other eye and give it a little Frankenstein-y stitch. Let's see, we'll go down to here. And then let's say about right here. And I'm just stitching this other one on the same way that I showed you guys over there. Well, relatively the same. Speeding it up a little bit. What do you guys think? If only I could hear what you're saying. Do you guys like this? Do you think it looks like a Frankenberry candy? I feel like maybe I should give him a little mouth. I'm not a big fan of mouths on amigurumi most of the time. A lot of times I just feel like they look a little derpy. But I'm kind of thinking maybe for this one I'll do a mouth. And now I'm just weaving in my tail, giving it a little knot, and hiding the tail in the body. Just speeding that up because it takes me a hot minute to do that. That is what we are looking like. And then let's see, in my scrap bin I've got some black. And this is like black with like a purple tint to it. So let's see how that is for making a mouth. Probably won't need very much. So I'm thinking like a little cutesy mouth. Do. Do I want it to be centered? Or do I want it to be like off to the side? See, my only concern with putting it off to the side is that I have the stitch off to the side. And I feel like having it on the side on both sides might be too much. Yeah, I think I'll do centered. So, let's say like right here. Do. To like right there. And then I'm gonna pop under this so that I can kind of curve the mouth. Not perfectly centered, but good enough for me. I'm gonna lock that in place by going around down under the back side of it to kind of form a little loop. And then I'm actually gonna come up at the same spot and make it double thickness. So by the way, if you didn't notice, this is why I really like these curved metal darning needles. It's not like a normal needle where it's got like the pointed end. Seeing if I can pull up some better lighting real quick. It's not like the pointed end needle, but it's like a curved needle, and it makes it so much easier for like stitching on eyes and stuff. Stitching on mouths. So how do I want to do this? I kind of want to bring the mouth up a little bit more right there, and I'm like, can I do that without making it look like really bad? We'll find out. Yay, there we go. It doesn't look really bad. I wanted it to be even. So one of the things that's important about when you're stitching something like this is don't pull too tight, or you'll just like suck it down in, kind of like I did up here when I pulled tight, which was intentional up there. But you can do that for like the mouth and stuff too, which is not intentional. Then I'm just going to thicken it up a little bit. There we go. What do you guys think? Was a mouth the right way to go? Did you like it better before or after? Give me your opinion. Most of the time I prefer my amigurumis without a mouth. But I think that for something like this, it looks kind of cute to have the mouth. Yeah, I like that. So here we are. Kind of massage. And then there goes that black tail. And kind of massage here. And there goes that black tail. And you know, you can see it a little bit, but I really don't mind it. I honestly don't. I think it looks pretty good with this. So here is our little Frankenberry candy. I hope everybody enjoyed chillaxing with me this morning, and I hope everybody has a fantastic Friday. Stay tuned for some little Yarn Fairy Friday montage, and let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Frankenberry candy. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Bye!